dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When I be saying my shit, I be meaning my shit, man. I don't just be saying my shit. You know? Real ass nigga.
Where I was from ethnically.
When I say I'm ready for war, man, I mean I'm be ready for war, man. Like it's 2018, man. 2008 fucking teen.
Just trying to learn as much as I can about my culture.
And we still gotta say fucking Black Lives Matter. Like we still gotta be on that type of fucking shit in this world, man. It's crazy. Not only the white people can't stand me, not even the Mexicans can't stand me. Koreans can't stand me.
Use every possible resource to fight cancer.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't stand me.
Our cancer treatment specialists.
And we at this point.
Experts from all
Black Lives Matter.
Closely together to deliver truly.
You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy to me, man.
Using advanced technologies and more precise treatments than before.
But
working as hard as we can.
you know,
Doing all that we can for
you gotta. You just gotta think, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta run your run, man, and walk your walk. Don't think for 1 minute. For one motherfucking minute, things ain't changed. Things ain't changed, man. Motherfuckers just get better at shit.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Appointments available now.
From Atlanta to Chicago, Philly, Missouri to Kansas.
The top insurer for no reason. So, why don't we like
You know,
flow?
niggas gotta motherfucker stand the fuck up, man.
But why? Why don't we actually do any work?
Why do you only own one suit?
Why do motherfucking, like, all the niggas be killing mother... Look.
Thanks, Bill. No, you're...
There's more black on black crime than there is anything.
Team USA bobsledder Alana Myers-Taylor has the speed to win on the track. And with Xfinity X5,
There was like 500 and motherfucking 30 motherfucking killings in Chicago in 2016. Niggas. It's just crazy, man.
Enjoy the fastest speeds and the most Wi-Fi coverage throughout your home. Click, call, or visit a store to learn more.
I like how the Mexicans roll, man. They like, you know, they so family orientated, man. It's just it's overwhelming. They more about their family than white folk. And you know white folk about their family. Look at this shit right here. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this square ass nigga arresting this chick. Look. Way smaller. Look. Look at this chick right here. Because this shit. Look at this nigga. Look at her. Don't you touch me, nigga.
You've heard in so many places people of all backgrounds utter the same
Black Lives Matter, nigga.
Phrase. They've said Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
All lives matter.
This clown.
I am a mother of 4 African American males, and I do worry about them every time they step foot out of my home. I try to teach them how to have respect for authority.
Black Lives Matter is an affirmation that we have a right to exist and live and survive.
The reality is that the movement began as a call to end violence, and that call remains true today. That we fight for a living, breathing justice, a justice that would have Alton here, and Philando, and Rakia, and Ayanna, and so many people. And we know that a just world is a world where people don't experience a trauma in the first place.
All lives does matter. That goes without saying. When we say Black Lives Matter, we just want them to pay attention to us. Don't treat us less than a human being, because we are American citizens also.
A bit of a look back at the Black Lives Matter movement. It began In 2013, after Jim Zimmerman was found not guilty in the shooting death of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin in Florida. Patrisse Cullors, one of the 3 founders of Black Lives Matter, joins me now, and it's a delight to have you back, first of all. Powerful new book, When They Call You a Terrorist. It is a captivating title. You felt it was important. This is a memoir of the movement.
I'll be on my shit, Nick. Fuck what you heard.
You felt compelled. Why?
Because we are living under a current administration that is bent on calling Black Lives Matter a terrorist organization, an administration that has literally hired and appointed people who want to drag us back to the war on drugs. And I felt compelled because there's so many Black people who grew up poor in Los Angeles and across the country that experienced what I experienced.
You felt, I get a sense too, that you needed to set the record straight on who you are and what motivates you.
Yes, it's exactly right.
Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. We saw those moments, and I think it bears looking back. And I'm sure you reflect often, and you likely did. I'm sure it was cathartic, writing the book, to look back at some of these moments. Born of a moment, right? A response. Yes. Morphed, grew, changed. How it started and where it is now has been a voyage, like any movement.
Of course. And I think, you know, so much of the beginning of Black Lives Matter was many of us going to the streets, showing up, shouting down law enforcement, reminding folks that our lives, Black people, matter, that officer-involved shootings, that us dying in custody was unacceptable. And so the last, year living under 45 in his administration has given us a new banner, a new moment. We're still protesting, we're still out in the streets, but we're also strategizing, trying to figure out how can we challenge local government to really get the things that we need. We're not sure that we're going to be able to change the mind of an administration like the Trump administration, but what we do know is that we can take on local government and we can show up and we can respond.
Well, to me, it seems as though, and I'm sure I'm not the only one to think, it's more from just boots on the ground to more lobby efforts, if you will, more strategy.
Yeah, and I think, every movement and every strong organization starts off organically.
Yes.
You start off because you're angry about something, you're passionate about something, and then you realize, okay, what else is out there? And so there's many of our folks that are doing electoral justice work, that are deciding, I want to run. I want to run for office.
And we saw the great success when the recent
That's where niggas standing at, man. So niggas, y'all niggas got a motherfucking, all that old bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Smacking this nigga and smacking that nigga, but that's just them youngsters, man. Us motherfucking old jizzles don't be doing that, man. But we trying to teach these little young cats what's really, but it is what it is, man. You live your life, you know what I'm saying? All lives matter, Black Lives Matter, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy that we have to be at this point in 2018 that we gotta say Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Because we got clowns like Trump that's racist. It went beyond just that. He don't like blacks. He don't like Mexicans. He want to build a wall. He's against the Koreans. You know what I'm saying? And you got all the 35% of the white people that's keeping him in office. Just 35%. Matter of fact, he's at the lowest as any president has ever been. Ever. 35%. He's a piece of shit. But those people love him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the racist that we still have in this country. Now, don't get me wrong, because for the 35% of the racists that's still in this country, and it might be a little bit more, of white people, then there's 35% of black people. In every other race. So with that, there will always be racism, because racism is ignorance. It's the way you was raised. It's what you was taught and what you believe.
We're going to have
kind of like the Bible and God, your Jesus, and all that other shit. It's what you believe. Nobody's ever told you or taught you about it. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't know nothing about it or anything like that. Like, don't get it twisted. You know, you will have the black women. I don't fuck with white girls and date white boys and etc. Just like you have the white girls that I don't date the black guys and the black boys and all that. It's because that's the way they was raised. You know, that's what their mom and dad told them. That's why you act like that. There will always be racism. You know, it's no, I'm sticking with my kind. You know, you're no better than nobody else. Your skin's just different. That's it. That's it. Your skin's just different. Because if I shoot you in your face, guess what? Guess what the results is going to be? You're going to die. Just like if you shot me in my face. Guess what the results will be? I'm going to die. Just because I'm black and you're white or whatever doesn't make you live any longer or your skin any tougher. Racism's always been around. And it's been around since the white people in this country started it. And then you got the black people in this country, that's racist because they act like the white people in this country.
Home to go California from $34. New York from $37. The world's largest vacation rental service.
So, that's where we're at today.
This is Dave, his dog Cooper, and I'm Randy.
You
We
know.
sell socks. Why socks? We found out that socks are the #1 most
We want to be heard.
homeless shelters. So for every pair we sell,
We want to be loved. We want to be
first we had to fix this. Socks should
equal
fall out. Fixed.
as
Socks
everybody else.
fixed. Socks
But at
should
the
fall
same
out.
token,
Fixed. The result? Socks so
we're jumping in the fire.
Donate over 2.5 million pairs.
You know.
Get an additional 20% off your first order at bombas.com.
The kids in Chicago will kill every body and each other all motherfucking day long.
HelloFresh has definitely come to our rescue.
But as soon as a nigga gets killed by a white cop, they want to stand together. Like in every other community. Oh, white people do it too. Everything's all good. Unless a nigga did something. You know, I've done seen cases like a chick didn't fuck with black people no more because a black person killed her daddy. So you hate the whole race. You have, you know, my kind. Black people do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. It's just, like I said, it's the way we think. It's the way what was taught to us. And once you get over that bubble and you're your own person, because you, first of all, you got to find yourself. And a lot of y'all haven't found yourself. A lot of y'all will never find yourself. It took me a while, but I finally found myself. Actually, I found myself a long time ago. But this ain't about me. This is about
I haven't responded. I think
what I'm talking about.
Well, the ones I read were not.
You know, so it's a lot of y'all ain't found yourself, so you don't know where the fuck you at in
It's
life.
so shocking. I don't know. I just.
You know, and so you believe what you've been pushed in your head your whole life. Your whole life. You know, if you get up and try to find a job, you're going to get a job. But you rather believe what your mama told you and said, ask Jesus for a job, and you will get the job.
A man records his now ex-wife confessing
Now,
to him about an affair she had with
you gonna stick with me, because the nigga be flip-flopping and shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I do.
took a naked photo of her while she was tied up
On my subjects, anyhow.
and then tried to use that photo of her to keep her quiet. The governor
Damn, Missouri governor accused of affair and blackmail.
the woman.
That's a whole nother subject. Let's get back to this. Now,
I never thought you and I'd be talking about matters like this, and this one is a mess, Ryan. This all came from the
this matters, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, a lot of details to this, a lot of bruised feelings.
the racism will always be here. That you know, until
You saw that audio tape that played out where she was in
your kids, and my kids will raise their kids to believe that they're no better than nobody else, and there will always be racism. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's how it is.
He says he knew it was wrong and that's why they couldn't go in.
Now, I'm 40, fixing to be 42. And there's a lot of white kids that I went to school with that I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? That their mamas didn't like us. Because that's the way their mama raised them. Now it's not their fault. And I'm so mad at myself. Now I used to get mad and be like, fuck these motherfucking white people. Fuck these motherfucking white people. I'm gonna beat every motherfucking white person up that don't like a nigga. But it's not their fault all the time. Now, once they get older and they continue to be like that, then that's a whole nother story. Maybe. Because once you've been taught something all your life, that's what you believe. See, people say that, oh, he didn't have to be racist once he got older. What do you mean? He was raised that way. Just because he turned 22 doesn't mean he's not going to be racist. You fucking dumbass motherfucker. What the fuck is you smoking? Cause nigga, I smoke weed and it tells me the truth. I don't know what the fuck you smoking, what you're reading, the Bible and all that shit has got your head fucked the fuck up. Listen to these preachers on fucking TV.
A conversation that obviously is going to continue, Michaela, especially when you're talking about all this audio and possible pictures that could be involved.
Now,
my goodness, this is quite a story out of Missouri.
that's why they're like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they believe. You know, I'll be dumb if I'm running around here trying to fight every motherfucking white person and shit. I'll be fighting every motherfucking thing. 24/7, 365. Because that's how some motherfuckers was raised. Just like the black people. You know? You believe in that, man. What up, Buck? Just get in from school. Yada. So you believe in that. You know, you believe what your people's told you. That's what you know.
Then we could get a real babysitter instead of your brother.
Hey, welcome back. This guy, right?
You know, and I was like that too at one point and shit until I got older. I started walking my life and I was like, hold up, man. I gotta look at things on a big platform, a bigger platform than just me. See, most people, they just live in a little world and shit. They little world. They believe where they live at, that's the world. See, I've done traveled a lot. I done met lots of people, seen lots of shit. See, so it gives you a wider outlook on life. When you ain't did shit, you ain't got nothing to talk about. So, but I wasn't raised like that, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? Donna Case, bitch ass, she didn't raise us to be racist because my grandfather was German.
The breakthrough in prevention
Probably really couldn't pick a side there. So
is an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish.
I just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And then I fell in love with white girls and shit.
The name to remember.
Because I was from a little town. And this is the reason why I like white girls. Since we're talking about race. And this ain't the reason why, but this is one of the reasons why I like white girls. Cause I'm from a little town. And like little town. And everybody was related. So you really couldn't date anybody because it might be your cousin. Or somebody that knows your cousin or fucking family through marriage or whatever the fucking case may be. So you really couldn't do it. And then so we moved out of that motherfucking little town. And there was nothing but white girls. And Mexican girls. But the Mexican guys was acting like they was fucking their sisters and shit. So they would never let us fuck their sisters. Now that I'm older, I see why. I don't understand why, but I see why they was doing it back then. They was trying to keep their culture together. It was, you know, they just didn't, you know, they didn't want nobody out there. And that's just the way they are, whatever. So the white girls was, you know, and now when I was going to school, you know, the white girls liked the niggas, but they wasn't fucking with niggas. We're talking early 90s when I was in high school. Like 90 and 91. So that's when, you know, people, the rap was cool and shit. You know, the white girls was liking the niggas, but they was fucking with the niggas on the DL. Now we have some rebellion motherfucking white girls and shit that'll fuck with us and they didn't care because we had a spot at the White House and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we had a few of them and shit, you know what I'm saying? And they wouldn't give a fuck. They'd fuck with us anyway. They didn't give a fuck what mama was talking about. They figured they was living their life. They gonna do what they want. Now run with me because I'm still on my racist shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, and in fact, I dated one of the girls and shit. And I ain't gonna say her name. She probably married and she got a kid now.
At one point, all city schools were closed last week. All are now open except for one.
And I don't want to have to fuck her fucking husband over her baby daddy if he happens to see my videos and say something out of line. Because I'm trained to go. So that's what we did, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We'd be fucking with the white girls be fucking with the ones on the down low, you know what I'm saying? Because you had the ones that knew damn well that they wasn't taking no nigga home. Mom and dad wasn't with that bullshit. And it's sad, because mind you, this was the 90s back then. Fast forward, yeah, this is 2018. Still the same shit.
Still, another meeting has been scheduled for later in the month to address the issue there in Baltimore.
Depending on where you at. Now, things have definitely changed since the 90s, 2000s, and fucking, because now, like, pretty much all the white girls got, you know what I'm saying, black kids. I bet you know at least one white girl with a black kid.
Here's the further shocking part. The woman is seen wandering the streets.
You know more white girls that has black kids than you know black girls that got white kids. Or about white man or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say.
I know it's cold and you don't have any clothes on, but I'm gonna
look at the chick up the street in Baltimore and shit.
You're gonna be okay.
Y'all can't see it. Man, the chick, man, it's crazy, man. Right up the street, Baltimore here, shit. You know, the Baltimore, them niggas is crazy over there. It's just the whole city is crazy. But she is out of the hospital, bro.
Eventually taken back into the hospital by ambulance. A spokesperson for the
She was out of the hospital in her nightgown, nigga, this thin.
says, in part, quote, we share the
So fucking cold outside.
View the video showing the discharge of a patient.
How the fuck did she get outside?
Very seriously, conducting a thorough review.
Nigga, I can't even walk in the side of a 7-Eleven. Everybody looking at me. This lady made it outside of the hospital, nigga.
The hospital won't say why she was discharged.
Nurses, doctors, security guard, nobody seen her. What the fuck?
And decided to record.
Only in Baltimore.
Thank you, Mr. Baraka, for joining me. Why did you press record? What didn't sit right to you when you first?
Hey, so yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having
Now,
me.
speaking of
To answer
Baltimore,
your question succinctly, what my concern was that you had a human
that's where the
being that
niggas was
out in
dropped
cold,
off at.
and I had no idea as to what it is I was walking up to. And
1800s?
I just wanted to not only protect myself,
1816.
but also protect her in the event that experience went left, meaning that it got worse or she
Yeah, so
became
that's the
violent.
business,
I did
man.
not
So
know
I don't,
anything.
man,
So
I
was
don't know.
operating from a place of just not knowing.
Just
So
get your
what I
minds right,
decided to do was
man.
press the
Keep
record
1,000.
to protect her
All
and
lives
myself.
matter and Black Lives Matter.
Was she in pain? Was she coherent?
I just say, I say them both. You know what I'm saying? I say Black Lives Matter because
Well, there were conversations that I
Martin Luther
attempted
King's
to
birthday
have
is
with
coming up.
her,
In fact,
but as you see in the video, she was not able to speak or she
today is
refused to. I don't know
the
what it
11th.
was, but what I was clear about is that here
They
we
celebrate
had a
on the
human
17th. I
being
believe it was the
that
20th or some
was,
shit like
left
that. It's
to
always,
fend for themselves.
it's not on the date. I know that them motherfucking white people said it
Clearly, she
is.
was in the hospital for a reason.
But anyway, his
What I'm
birthday is
clear
coming
about
up,
is
so
that there was a human being who needed help in that moment, and I was not going to go on a fact-finding mission.
it's crazy that that we just happened to just be on this at that very well timed that the black, the Black Lives Matter and you know the movement and with our president today and everything. It's kind of
with one of those trains.
It's kind of ironic, you know.
Get her from that position as soon as possible.
And if I understand correctly, it was right around
But
freezing that night. It was a very, very, very cold Baltimore.
you know it is what it is and shit.
How did help get to her?
Well, what isn't seen in that video is that
Minute 50. But you know, it's just.
next to her because there was someone else on the bus stop sitting there.
I just.
By this experience, and I asked him.
I just push my push, man. I just walk my walk and keep going. Like I said, I say Black Lives Matter and all lives matter.
Hit the record again, and there's another
and meaning all lives matter because all lives do matter.
Which is the second part to the video after I called 911.
But I don't team sides because I'm a black dude.
Well, you certainly were the right person to encounter.
Because I have mixed kids.
Area, you know,
So,
these
you
kind of
know,
situations. You were very calm.
all lives matter. You know, my kids' moms is white. They just happen, you know, they just happen to be white. So like, you know, we're not saying all, like, you know what I'm saying? We're not saying Black Lives Matter to be racist. We don't say it to say it's a black thing. We just saying that Black Lives Matter.
Because she was missing for 2 weeks. Is that she came
And our lives matter.
And she didn't even recognize
And just like my, you know what I'm saying, my mixed babies, their lives matter as well. That's why I say all lives matter.
She was unable to sort of hold it and pull it together for some
You
time.
know, so
I am
yeah,
absolutely certain
y'all keep 1,000,000, 1,000, and all that old good
because as a
shit.
human, this is what we do.
Yes.
And two, that this young lady is alive today as a result of just not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
Not on
Imamio,
my
we
watch.
need people like that say, not on my watch. Imamio Baraka, again, the man who videotaped that encounter and ultimately called 911 to get that woman back.
Pieces of them out.